In today's video, I'm going to cover the dynamics between a 6-figure year business versus an 8-figure year business. Now, I know I did a huge jump, but the principles that can be applied from a startup business, let's say that's only been around for 3 to 4 years versus a business that's been around for a decade but has a very strong community. When you build, you lay the foundations, but you have the end goal in mind, you have the end vision, you're able to replicate similar success because you're simplifying the system and you're minimizing mistakes and bottlenecks. Now, with that being said, why should you listen to me? My name is Chris Hernandez. I'm the founder of ScaleVelocity.io. I operate a consulting firm that specializes in helping DTC brands get set up for an exit by building in-house. Now, with these results, very uncommon, but the beautiful thing behind this is pretty simple. Now, whether it's a startup business, a business that's already established, has market fit, the universal principle across brand to brand and brand is to turn a net profit. How can we turn a net profit? Well, there's two sides of the spectrum that we need to solve for. We need to solve for alpha, which is our first order profit, and then our beta could be consistent second order transactions. And we could try to solve for the relationship of this dynamic to where, how can we get transactions from our ads that we spend money on? How can we get those transactions, those buyers, to buy back from our businesses multiple times during the year? It's one thing to spend money on ads, you get transactions, and you're either at break even or you're somewhat at net loss. If you're in this framework, if you're in this position, now you need to solve for LTV. You need to make sure that you have multiple people buying back from your business. You have some sort of downsell, you have some sort of cross-sell, or else you're screwed, right? That messes up your cash flow. The easiest unit case to solve for the highest variable possible, which is net profit, is, okay, let's say we have 2 to 3 hero SKUs, and the average AOV for that, we're looking at $75 or $100, right? We couple that with a very unique, compelling offer. This could be buy 2, get 1 free, buy 1, get 1 50% off, depending on our dynamics, depending on our unit economics. We push it on the front end. The buyer archetype we're attracting is willing to do business with us because they're spending $75. Pretty much the archetype, the buyer behavior on somebody willing to buy and spend money on that AOV bundle, which is around that $75 mark, we're training them without having to buy with a discount. And the offer is incentivizing the end user to spend more money with us because they're buying more than 1 SKU. So they're actively buying more than 1 SKU. That gives them more chances to want to come back to our business because they're trying other SKUs. And if we provide a good experience, we have room here to now downsell, cross-sell, push subscription, depending on what our product archetype is. Now, the second principle tied to this, the second layer, is how can we increase our ad spend month over month? That should always be the end goal. Because if you're acquiring new customers month over month, and then as a byproduct, you have data points on ways to increase your LTV, holistically, you're hitting first order profit with a higher AOV, and then you have some sort of downsell in place to boost your LTV. You're hitting first order profit, you're hitting repeat buyers. That's how you grow your business. That's how you get set up for a high multiple. That's how you get set up for an exit, is first order profit, consistent retention. Now, to push ad spend, to increase the funnel of new buyers, new purchases, you need to have creatives. Now, gone were the days of UGC. You don't need to invest a ton of money in UGC, especially if you're running ads on Meta. You can get by with static images. Beautiful thing about this is you can create 10 concepts of static images in a span of hour and a half. You have software, you have AI tools, you have GPT, Midjourney. As I mentioned before, there's like Creative OS, software tools, so on and so forth. Those are areas that can help you expand. Now, as a founder, if you lack the time, you need a creative strategist in place to fulfill this role here. Now, areas outside of the business that will always boost your revenue, depending on time of year, if you really time this during holidays like Memorial Day, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, like these one-off seasons in America, you're boosting the amount of consumer behavior. The consumer index is already high. You're now collecting capital on an already high sensitive time of year. Consumers are in buying behavior, they're in buying spirits. We couple that with our collect and drop. That's going to boost momentum, boost sales. We're going to hit higher revenue points than previous months or previous weeks. This is with collection drops. Let's say if you're in an apparel business, you have a new collection you're dropping, you want to time that with a specific holiday point, you're going to boost your revenue. That's always a possibility. That's always a plus, always a positive. And then if you're a business that's more of an appliance tool or requires some sort of volume of reassurance or refuel, then you can push a subscription. Industries I see this work well with, makeup, right? If you're a cosmetic company, your user is using this product consistently, they run out of it, they need to replenish, then you could push a subscription that could help LTV. As far as subscriptions, what else works well? Sometimes you can get away with an apparel if you do like a specific collection of the month or drop of the month. I've seen this work with subscriptions, supplements. This is going to be your typical go-to product that needs replenishing. And then collection drops, right, is more apparel style, more feature product where the product lasts for a while. It's a really good product, right? Customer doesn't need to change it until a year and a half. So if you have those type of products, then that's where you need to expand with collections or design. And then vice versa, if you have a product that needs replenishing, push subscription. Easy as the formula to be. And then as far as who's navigating the wheel, who's driving control, what does communication look like? Honestly, you can hit these numbers, right? 118, 10K ad spend, insane. And then this is on the smaller scale. We did 10K for a startup last 7 days, but all with the team of 5, right? You have a full stack media buyer that does Meta, Google, creative strategist, editor. Maybe you have a creative coordinator there that manages content creators on the back end. And then maybe you have a specific email retention strategist or somebody that can call up customers to get more data insight to help build out brand, logistics, so on and so forth. But principle to principle, I mean, that's what we're applying, brand to brand to brand. We're taking those concepts and we're integrating these systems. Now, of course, with a startup brand, less capital. So now we have to utilize more time to delegate in order to reach success point. But with a brand that's more established, has more cash flow, we can reach results faster. That's just the name of the game. And then when it comes to media buying, you either pay with time or you pay with money. The more money you utilize for ad spend, the more data you're collecting, the faster you can make iterations to make the winning ad, to make the winning funnel. With startup, less capital, have to sacrifice with more time to reach at least some sort of net profit. But the game is the same across the board. It's just how can you maximize all of these variables to have the highest threshold for first order profit, and then on the back end, enough congruency where you can downsell, cross-sell, upsell to boost the order frequency. Now, if you push a higher AOV, $75, $70, it's easier to push it down so at $45 than it is to push an additional another $100 like product or bundle, right? Because keep in mind, they just spent $100 or $75. So realistically, a downsell should be anywhere from like at least, I've seen it consistently convert 50% off from what they've just spent. It's just an easy pocket to get them to want to buy. And then if, depending on the product archetype, either push subscription or collection drop. But that's the beauty of this business. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comment down below. And if you're interested in actually getting set up for an exit, let's say you're a D2C founder, you're tired of getting burned by ad agencies, check out scalevelocity.io, where you can read my 30-page protocol breaking this all down fully in depth. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video.